Hi and welcome to Sneaker Room episode 2. I'm Cal and I'm joined today with
Christian, founder of Sheffield Soul Seekers and General Northern Monkey.
So let's get into it. So what got you into collecting trainers?
I think I was about 11 and Rocksteady Crew Up Rock came out, and on the album cover, you know, the characters by Doze Green wearing your shell toes and your Puma suedes, the whole hip hop b-boy movement starting from when I was very young, and that's something that's stayed with me a long time now. You know, just the general way things look and the dress sense, the coordination and stuff like that.
Fair enough. So tell us about your favourite pair, and have you got your favourite pair?
I've got a few favourite pairs. I'd say, coming from where I've come from, Puma suedes obviously, and shell toes. A staple in my collection, 30-40 pairs of each maybe.
Wow.
A really big influence on the way I've dressed and my whole life, to be fair. They'll always be in my collection and a day-to-day wear.
Fair enough. So can you give us a top 5?
Right, a top 5. Well, there's 2 for a start. These will always be in my collection, like I've said, and have been a very big influence on me. So it'll be stays and shells, no particular colours. I just like the way they look, fat laces in them, obviously. So that's 2.
But which one's first and which one's second?
I'm not gonna order them now. Air Max ones.
Oh,
especially Hoers. Anniversaries these. I've probably got about 5 or 6 pairs from different releases, all in the Varsity Red. I really like red trainers. Just I think the silhouette, the outline of them, just looks so good. So that's 3. 4. I'm gonna have to go with Weatherspoons. I really don't like the 97 sole. And these have got a Max 1 sole on them, so it's like something. It's a chance for me to wear a newer trainer that I wouldn't usually wear because of the sole on them. I really don't like the big see-through soles on them, but it's got my favourite sole on, which is the Max 1. You know, I think these were one of the best releases of this year, definitely, and we'll have to go with these. These have got to be in.
Wow.
Stash Air Force Ones, London edition, number 29 of 250. Like, being into the hip hop thing, and that Air Force Ones have always played a big part in it, and especially collaboration with Stash, who was a graffiti artist with little spray can nozzles on. Being an old graph artist myself, these sort of really, you know, took interest, and I absolutely love these. I've yet to rock them, but I will do, definitely. So I think that's the top 5.
Wow. Some absolute amazing shoes in there.
Cool.
So, what's your favourite release of this year? That's just well, it's coming to a close now. But if you had to pick 1 or 2 shoes from this year, what would you say?
It would definitely be what the Safaris and Weatherspoons. For me, these 2, you know, both Max 1 soles on. I don't really do a hype trainers. I'm not a Yeezy or, you know, anything like that, or off-whites and stuff. These, from the day I saw that these were going to be released, you know, shown on the competition, I've got to be on those, I've got to be on. I went all and all out to get them, and I really did manage to get them for a good price, so I was quite lucky. And these, the colourway on them, I've got a lot of pairs of Safaris. I really do like these. These are more like an everyday, you can wear these sort of like, you know, just knocking about and stuff, and not worry too much about them. They're a nice versatile trainer, easy to keep clean. This year's releases for me.
Wow. I've got a question about the Weatherspoons though. So, you see a lot of people these days where they don't wear them at all, and they keep them pristine. Yeah. Which, I mean, I do with a lot of my pairs, but Sean made those to be beat. Do you think you'll ever get them that beat or not?
I don't think I'll ever get them that beat, but as you can see, they've been I like to try and wear all my trainers, you know, no matter what. It's pick it right weathering, ready to wear them, you know. These will go away in the box now till next summer, and that's, you know, how it is with them. So
that's fair enough.
I like to look after them, and then they last me.
That's fine. So, moving on to what are your grails that you're looking for at the moment? Like, what have you been looking for? And
well, this Asics GT2 Woodward were a grail for a lot of time, and I'd asked a lot of people, you know, if they could find them. I missed it on release. A good friend of mine from G1, Chris Campbell, big up Chris, managed to find 2 pairs in Vietnam at a place on Instagram. And after a month of sort of battling with this bloke, trying to get him to send them, he was adamant he couldn't ship them to Britain for whatever reason it were. He never said. I were actually looking at plane tickets to Vietnam.
Yeah.
I was going to get a plane ticket, go to Vietnam for a day, and people are going to think I'm absolutely mad. But I'd looked for these, and these were sort of one of the only things that had been unobtainable, and I knew they were there. And it was like, I was like, right, I'm going to buy a plane ticket, go to Vietnam for the day, buy them and come back. And literally next day, Chris, who also got a pair, there were 2 pairs of these by the way, and Chris managed to get the other pair. He messaged me saying he'd got a friend from work who was in Singapore on holiday, and he was travelling over the last part of his holiday to Vietnam, and he was willing to pick them up. Of course, money sent with a big drink on top, and this chap brought them back for us. So that, you know, how the whole story laid out, you couldn't have written it for a film. It was unbelievable. And the only other grail that I'm really sort of looking for at the moment that I have no chance in finding are Amiga Flames. A big casual growing up, so Amiga Flames 1980 to 84 only. In a way I wish now I could reissue them, but in another way I hope they don't, because I think every release that they've reissued, they've messed up in some little way, either quality or they've altered colours slightly, you know. So
materials as well.
Materials, so definitely. I think that's about it, definitely.
So have you got any pairs that you regret buying, or have you got any pairs that you don't have anymore that you regret selling?
I've got 2 pairs that I regret selling. At one point I had Asics Grails.
Right.
And my top 3 were Wowies, Dolphins and Wildcats.
Yeah.
And I had the Wowies, I had the Dolphins, and I knew someone who had the Wildcats. I'm only a size 7, so I think they only made 5 or 6 pairs in a 7 of the Wildcats, GL3s. And I found someone who had them. I'd offered them £1,000, and I think I'd offered them to 1,200 for them, and they were adamant they weren't going to sell them. So I thought, well, that's my top 3 done. I'm never going to be able to obtain it. So I sold the Wowies and I sold the Dolphins, and then 6 months later this lad messaged me saying they were willing to sell them. And I was just like, it's on someone else now.
Wow.
So, you know, I was a bit gutted. I'd offered proper money for him. And
was it the same guy as well?
Yeah.
So, if he hadn't been stubborn, he'd have made a nice 1,002.
You can't force people to sell stuff. They might have been his grail. But I know he was starting uni. And I think times got a bit, you know, when he needed money.
Yeah.
So, like I say, I would have had my top 3 grails, but I sold 2 of them because I couldn't get the 3rd, and then got offered the 3rd. So
wow.
And I weren't starting again. So
that's I mean, it's just a madness. That, I mean, I'd continue searching, but that's just me.
The moment's gone. It's done now.
So you touched on like how much you'd spend on a pair of trainers, and like how much you were willing to spend for a pair that you really wanted. What's your opinion on resale?
Personally, I don't really resell. I don't sell if I can help it. I only sold the 2 pairs of Asics, and I'd paid resell for them anyway. So I sold them for the exact same money that I'd bought them for, just to basically make money if I couldn't take a loss. If I do end up with anything that I win in a raffle or whatever, and I'm not keen on it, I'll sell it for retail. I don't have to make money on trades. I've got a decent job, I work for my money, so I don't mind paying resale if I have to. If I'm unlucky enough not to cop on release, then I'm putting my hand in my pocket, and that's how it goes. Some other person, that's how they make the living. It's a sort of job to them. I don't particularly agree with it, because it's people like me and you, Cal, that want them to actually wear, whereas people are snapping them up and flipping them same day without even having them in hand for £200-300 more.
True.
So it's, you know, it's somebody's job against my money.
Exactly. But It's been great seeing you today.
Again,
and so we'll cut it there, and it's been lovely seeing you.